"The world will know less about what is happening in Gaza because of what happened today," AP President and CEO Gary Pruitt said in a statement. "We are shocked and horrified that the Israeli military would target and destroy the building housing AP's bureau and other news organizations in Gaza. This is an incredibly disturbing development. We narrowly avoided a terrible loss of life," he said, adding that the AP was seeking information from the Israeli government and was engaged with the US State Department to learn more. Mostefa Souag, acting director general of Al-Jazeera Media Network, called the strike a war crime aiming to silence the media and to hide the untold carnage and suffering of the people of Gaza. Later in the day, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki tweeted that the US had communicated directly to the Israelis that ensuring the safety and security of journalists and independent media is a paramount responsibility. In the early hours Saturday, another airstrike hit an apartment building in Gaza City's densely populated Shati refugee camp, killing 2 women and 8 children. Mohammed Hadidi told reporters that his wife and her brother's wife had gathered at the house with their children to celebrate the Eid al-Fitr holiday ending the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. The only survivor was Hadidi's 5-month-old son, Omar. The blast left the children's bedroom covered in rubble and smashed the salon. Amid the wreckage were children's toys, a Monopoly board game, and, sitting on the kitchen counter, unfinished plates of food from the holiday gathering. "There was no warning, you filmed people eating, and then you bombed them," a neighbor, Jamal Al-Naji, said, referring to Israel's surveillance over the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military did not immediately respond to a request for comment. In his call with Netanyahu, Biden expressed his strong support for Israel's campaign, but raised concern about civilian casualties and protection of journalists, the White House said. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin tweeted Saturday that he had spoken again with Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz and reaffirmed Israel's right to defend itself and condemned Hamas's deliberate targeting of Israeli citizens. Austin added, "I also expressed my hope that calm can be restored soon." The bombings took place a day after U.S. diplomat Hady Amr arrived in Israel as part of Washington's efforts to de-escalate the conflict. Israel turned down an Egyptian proposal for a 1-year truce that Hamas rulers had accepted, an Egyptian intelligence official said Friday, on condition of anonymity to discuss the negotiations. Mediators from Egypt, which works closely with Israel on security issues and shares a border with the Hamas-ruled Gaza Strip, appeared to be growing alarmed. The intelligence official said Egypt hopes the U.S. intervention could halt the Israeli assault. The UN Security Council was set to meet Sunday. The tensions began in East Jerusalem earlier this month when Palestinians protested attempts by settlers to forcibly evict a number of Palestinian families from their homes and Israeli police measures at Al-Aqsa Mosque, a frequent flashpoint located on a mount in the Old City revered by Muslims and Jews. Hamas fired rockets toward Jerusalem late Monday, triggering the Israeli assault on Gaza. Since then, Hamas has fired more than 2,000 rockets, though most have either fallen short or been intercepted by anti-missile defenses. Israel's warplanes and artillery have struck hundreds of targets around blockaded Gaza, where some 2 million Palestinians live. The turmoil has also spilled over elsewhere, fueling protests in the occupied West Bank and stoking violence within Israel between its Jewish and Arab citizens, with clashes and vigilante attacks on people and property. Palestinians on Saturday marked the day of al-Nakba, or the catastrophe, commemorating the estimated 700,000 people who were expelled from or fled their homes in what was now Israel during the 1948 war surrounding its creation. Thousands of Arab Israelis marched in a Nakba rally in the northern Israeli city of Suknan, and scattered protests took place in the West Bank. Palestinian health officials reported the deaths of 2 Palestinians by Israeli fire in the West Bank on Saturday. One of the shootings occurred when the army said it thwarted an alleged car ramming.